Zora suddenly saw something terrifying. A massive tail more than 300 feet long slowly rose from the grass. Everyone thought a dangerous creature had found them, and they froze in fear. But what they saw was not a deadly meat-eating dinosaur. It was a massive plant-eating Titanosaurus. Instead of feeling afraid, the group ran toward it in excitement, because the reason they came to this island was to collect DNA from 3 giant dinosaurs. They had already secured a sample from Mosasaurus, and Titanosaurus was their second target. Zora immediately pulled out the sampling gun and patiently waited for a clear shot. The moment Titanosaurus moved within range, she pulled the trigger without hesitation. The sampling device struck the giant dinosaur perfectly. Dr. Henry shouted with excitement. Once the device finished collecting the DNA, it automatically released from Titanosaurus. Duncan successfully caught the returning sampler. They looked deeper into the valley and finally realized the entire area was filled with massive Titanosaurus.
You don't see that every day. Or ever.
They had now secured their second dinosaur DNA sample, but just as the group prepared to leave, a strange cry came from the distance. Dr. Henry looked up and saw a Quetzalcoatlus flying through the sky. This was the final target of their mission. Once they collected its DNA, the dangerous mission would finally be complete. But things were not going to stay this easy. Before long, Zora and the others reached the Quetzalcoatlus nesting area. Collecting DNA from this flying dinosaur was the final part of their mission. Quetzalcoatlus was one of the largest flying animals on Earth, and also an extremely dangerous predator. Collecting DNA directly from an adult would be almost impossible. After discussing the situation, the group made a decision. They would wait until the adults left to hunt, then secretly enter the nest and collect a sample from one of the eggs. Zora, Dr. Henry, and the others lowered themselves on ropes, while Duncan and Martin stayed above to control the lines. Soon, the team reached the ruins of an ancient temple built into the cliff. Quetzalcoatlus had turned the place into a nest, but as the group continued lowering themselves, a young flying dinosaur suddenly appeared from behind the rocks. Leclerc was immediately fascinated by the small creature. He was about to tell Martin what he had found when the support beneath his feet suddenly came loose.
Bro!
Luckily, Dr. Henry steadied himself in time, and the group safely reached the nest. When Dr. Henry saw the eggs, he looked like he had discovered a priceless treasure. He immediately pulled out the sampling equipment and carefully pushed the needle into one of the eggs. Then he removed a small amount of egg white. As long as the shell remained intact, the baby inside would not be harmed. But could they really leave this place safely? Leclerc was standing near the entrance and hammering a metal pin. The sound of metal hitting metal echoed through the valley. Soon, he heard a strange noise in the distance.